Ho, 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 everyone. Merry Blitzmas. Welcome to the Blitz Transmissions Blitzmas stream, the Blitzmas Party 2024. I'm Tommy. I'm Blitz Transmissions. Christmas is my favorite time of year, so I really wanted to do a Christmas stream as close to Christmas as I could. And here we are, 4 days before Christmas, recording the stream. I have some friends with me today. Today, I have with me to my, I believe this is my right on the stream. This is Bobby Hill. Hybrid Toy Reviews.
Always hitting the hybridy.
I got over here. We got Gone Act. 212 Hunter.
Yes, sir.
Down here, we have the one and only Skibbity Walker Hendricks.
Hey.
And down here, we have the Zoo Baby. And Osnick.
Osnick wishes you all a Merry Christmas.
Beautiful.
Hey, he needs a Rudolph nose on Osnick.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. That's a great idea. I love that.
Dude. So, letting people kind of trickle in here. I'm just going to check the chat real quick. So, technically, I can't pull him up on StreamYard, but Commander Bly did say the power of first. He was the first one on the stream here. We got David Edge. David Edge, England is not a real place. There's a reason you guys lost the war. We have Menace Dennis, oh ho ho. And we have down here, we got Pletho. What's going on, Pletho? Happy solstice and all that jazz. Yeah. And then if you guys are in the chat, feel free to chat in there. And we're going to have a good stream here. It's Commander Cook, who was unable to make it last minute due to work because you guys all suck ordering packages right around Christmas time.
Yeah, how dare we try to give our family cool things,
including myself, right? So the plan for today is really just going to be a chill stream. Like I said, it's a Christmas season. A lot of you guys are probably traveling. A lot of you guys are doing fun stuff with family and friends. So this is just going to be a nice little chill stream. Probably going to stream for an hour or two. We're going to yap about some highs and lows of the year. And that's going to regard like collecting, whether it was reveals, pickups, things you're excited for, changes that were made in the hobby, or shows, things like that, movies that have come out this year for Star Wars. I'm assuming we're going to end up talking about the Acolyte and Skeleton Crew today. So buckle up. It's going to be a good stream. And we might have a musical number at the very end for you all, an original piece arranged by John Williams himself. Just to give a shout out to a couple other people in the chat here. We got Jonah. What's up, Jonah? And what's up, Zavi? Zavi, very excited to meet you in Nashville in May.
Hell yeah.
For ICC.
Yeah.
What up, boys?
So before we kind of move into anything, just kind of moving down the line, we'll start with Hybrid. Hybrid, how you feeling about Christmas? I know you're kind of the bah humbug of the group here.
It must be contagious, maybe transmitted through contact. But I've been feeling it. I have been feeling it. I know y'all joke, I'm not the guy that's, like playing the music in November or anything, but I am in the spirit. I know no one else is wearing a Christmas hat. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Mr. Krabs.
Nice. Hunter, what's your gig for Christmas? What's your usual?
Oh, dude, I've been in it since like the end of October, bro.
Same.
I'm in the spirit, been in the spirit, bro. I'm ready for next year.
Hendricks, how about you?
Oh, I love Christmas. Christmas is just classic holiday.
Yes, dude. Zoo Boy?
I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Blasting the music. I got the last year. I got the 4K set of a lot of the classic Christmas stories, like Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman, Little Drummer Boy, stuff like that. So I got them all ready to go. Last year, we didn't actually get to watch this 4K because I didn't have my PlayStation hooked up in the living room where we watch. So we just wound up watching them on TV. So this year is the first year we'll be watching them on my 4K. We'll see if it makes a difference. Yeah, exactly.
I love those claymation classics.
Yeah, of course. They're
Good. So good.
And
like
The Little Drummer Boy, I actually haven't seen. That's the only one I haven't seen, so I'm excited to.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's lesser known than Rudolph, Frosty. My two favorites are Santa Claus is Coming to Town and the Year Without a Santa Claus. I love Heat Miser, Cold Miser.
Dude,
Those
so
are,
good.
I do like
That's
that one.
probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's just a classic.
I won't lie. I feel like I haven't had the time to sit down and watch any movies recently. Like I haven't even watched Home Alone this year. I haven't watched Tim Allen's Santa Claus. Like I haven't watched any of that, dude.
Right.
I got to get that
Ben and
done.
I watched Home Alone on December 1st, and on the 26th, we're gonna just do a Christmas movie marathon. But we literally, we haven't had time to watch almost any Christmas movies this year.
Does this box set feature the best Christmas movie?
What's the best?
Iron Man 3.
I thought you were gonna say the Polar Express.
No, it's overrated.
I was talking about this recently. Weird, because I consider myself a fan of the MCU, but I actually don't have a single MCU film on Blu-ray or 4K except for the Spider-Man trilogy. I have that.
I have every MCU on Blu-ray, even all the. I'm continuing on as soon as I see that
nice.
put up at Walmart. Most of them I haven't even opened just because of Disney Plus, but it's just like I gotta do it. I'm obligated.
It has been so long, Zavi, since I've seen Batman and Robin that I have no idea. I should really give Batman and Robin and Batman Forever a watch again. Haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So the suits in those movies are awesome.
Bat nipples.
Yeah.
They did Hot Toys there, right?
My attention
Yeah.
latches on,
Well, it's cool because it's more than just Batman, because there's Batman and Robin, and isn't Batgirl in there too?
Yeah, and Batgirl doesn't have the bat nipples. I can't imagine why.
That's a little sexist, don't you think?
Yeah.
Are you just assuming that she has nipples?
That's true.
So we have before we get into some pickups and such, there is a very special pickup, a Christmas gift for Mr. Hybrid Toy Reviews here in the back right of his screen here, from the one and only 212 Hunter. So Hunter, do you want to give a little preface to this, or do you just want to go?
Yeah. No. I want to say something before he opens this. I want to say, so about what would it be like 2 year or a year from August?
Yeah, like a year.
Hybrid did something for me, and it won't be named.
You said you wouldn't tell. You said you wouldn't tell between us.
But I commissioned a diorama on Instagram from a guy who does dioramas, and I wanted a Mandalorian covert forge room, and I ended up getting kind of screwed over and didn't get it. And Hybrid here felt bad for me, and dude made me a diorama piece, to kind of make up for, he felt bad for me. And well, this gift has been a long time coming, and it's kind of like my way to give back again, because I'm the kind of person where even though he's giving me something, I feel like I got to give it back. And this one I've been holding in for a long time, dude. And I'm very excited for him to open this. So, Hybrid, go ahead.
Give him the big screen.
Make me big, make me big, make me big.
Little Ahsoka cameo there.
Yeah. She wants to know what's in the box, dude.
What's in the box?
This is just a box full of butt plugs.
Ah.
All right. There's
also, to reference, it's in a Hot Toys shipper.
Right. It's not a hot toy.
No.
There's a ton of bubble wrap. Personal size giant print Bible. I'm all right with that. I'll have the gamer girl, bathwater girl, sign it. She was doing that. She was signing Bibles and selling them on her.
People bought them.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I got that for weight in the box, so it kind of felt like there was a hot toy in there. But also, I was like, yeah, I got to give this guy a Bible.
This is the Vintage Collection Rebels 2-pack of Sabine and Chopper.
Yes,
Hey.
because
That's cool.
you're going to need those two for the ghost that's coming your way.
No. Say psych right now.
I'm for real, bro.
Ain't no way. Say psych right now, man.
It's facts.
This one ain't a joke, bro.
We have been waiting, bro.
Yeah, we've all known about this for like a long ass time.
We've all known.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that ghost that Hunter shipped to your house, that one is yours.
Bro's gonna cry.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ain't no way. So you're saying that I make you a diorama and all I get is this Happy Meal scale trap.
Oh my god.
I wonder if it's too late to intercept the package.
My ghost should be here Tuesday, so
Bro.
Mine just
hopefully
shipped
yours should
today.
be here.
Yeah, I
Do you
just
know when
got the
it'll be
ship.
here?
I just got the shipping
your house?
notification today. So
Ooh.
That is insane. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Hunter. I
We were hoping that it would ship in time to get to your house for the stream so that when you open the 2-pack, he'd be like, yeah, it goes with your ghost.
Mr. Stevie, had them all sent to Britain first. So
Yeah.
ain't no
Time
way.
to go to Hasbro headquarters and just
Ain't no way.
Yeah, dude. So what are you going to do with your TVC Ghost HasLab?
No, I don't know. There's probably some starving kids out there somewhere that would appreciate it.
oh, there we go. I'm back.
This is goated, man.
So are you going to get that crew signed by the Rebels crew on those card backs?
I mean, obviously, and there's no option but blue chrome paint pen.
Hunter's favorite color of paint pen.
Oh man.
I would honestly. I mean, and I love the crew. I mean, the I've met all 5 of them at this point, not all 6, unfortunately, and they've all been amazing. And I would happily meet them again. And I mean, this is a pretty dang good reason.
Yeah, dude.
Holy crap!
It was very difficult. Literally, Hybrid was at my house today. He dropped off my Christmas gift, and I was talking to him, and I'm like teasing what the gift is. I'm like, it's definitely not a hot toy in there.
Oh no, yeah, no. He's like, you brought me something really cool, but you just need to know Hunter topped it. And I'm like, how? Like, I drove to freaking Columbus for this. How? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. For an entire year, this man knew that I got 3 ghosts, and I've been like struggling trying to dance around him wanting to buy my other ghosts. Like trying to find excuses why I can't sell it to him.
Well, I've been trying to talk myself out of wanting it, just because I'm like, it's so big. What do I
Yep,
do?
I knew you were gonna gaslight yourself into not wanting it, and you have no idea how many hours Hunter and I would spend on the phone trying to finagle a reasonable excuse as to what is happening with all 3 of his ghosts at any given point in time. Whether it was, oh, well, this one's not going to this person anymore. Hunter might resell it to, well, Hunter's not going to resell it yet, but he's going to have it shipped to your house instead of having 3 ghosts shipped to his house because, that's a lot of package to show up. Yeah.
I'm going to have to, like, either find or make, like, a shadow box. Like,
right.
That'd be cool.
Just deep enough for TVC so that I can put all 6 of them next to each other, like in a row, so you see all the arts and wherever the ghost gets displayed. I guess I'm doing a coffee table. I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah, we'll build them together when I do mine.
That's the move.
I didn't buy it yet, but the Hasbro team did remove the back, and then you could put it on an IKEA calyx, and that's what I'm going to do.
That's smart. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I was hoping that someone's ghost would get here before the stream so we could show it off on stream. But I just got my shipping notification today, so I'll take better late than never. You know.
All right, let's just cancel the stream. We'll have it again Tuesday when we get in.
Actually, yeah, let's just do that. All right, guys.
All right.
One.
Dude, I was seriously hoping that Hybrid's Ghost was going to be delivered before the stream, but it didn't work out. But I think it was still enough of a surprise.
Oh, I knew the reaction would be just the same.
Yeah.
And here I was thinking it was about time to kick Hunter off the island. We were about to lose Hendrix this summer, but he hot toyed me.
I think Hunter froze. Check out this little freeze frame right here. Easy, brother. All right, guys. So with that, we'll just jump into some presents under the tree. I woke up this afternoon because I'm working overnights right now, and I woke up. I was in nothing but my underwear, and I heard Jen yell to me from downstairs, "Tom, do you want to see Hybrid?" And I said no. And then I heard that Hybrid was in the living room, and I was like, "Oh, Hybrid's here." So I said, "Yes, I would actually like to see Hybrid." So I came downstairs.
Unfortunately, not in his underwear.
No, unfortunately, I was not in my underwear anymore. I was naked. So Hybrid, I couldn't believe this. Here, I'm going to make me big.
Make you big.
Make me big. So this is what Hybrid brings me. Oh.
Crazy.
It's the Black Series TIE Fighter. I've been talking about wanting the Black Series TIE Fighter for like God knows how long. And it's one of those things that I just never bought. Like I think we saw a couple of them in Nashville at ICC Con, but I was like, nah, it would have never fit in the car.
I was going to say, thank God you didn't. We would have had to leave Logan there.
Yeah.
Would have had to leave Logan in Nashville. Yeah, so that was, dude, that was awesome. That was awesome. Part of me thought that there was not a TIE Fighter in the box, though. I won't lie. I thought there was going to be like...
Well, yeah, because he gets halfway down the steps, and he's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "A TIE Fighter." And he's like, "But what's in the box?" TIE Fighter. I hope.
Dude, it's like playing mind games, bro. It's like when I sent the Hot Toy shipper to Hybrid, and I scribbled out all of the like code numbers on the box. So
well, yes
thinking...
and no. So let me tell you, I was actually being a little bit of a fucker about it.
Bro was probably shining with a flash.
No,
like,
you didn't fill out that barcode. So I scanned the barcode with my phone, and it pulled up that it was the Hot Toys General Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I was like, ain't no way he gave me his Obi-Wan. Like, because I could tell it'd been because the 30 years tape had been cut on the top. And so I'm just like, he's either rehoming his General Obi-Wan, reusing the box, or he just put a random Hot Toy in the stop it. But I was like, I'm trying to like 4D chess this thing out.
I knew he was gonna try and figure it out too, dude.
That's why I told Hunter he was gonna ship it out to you, and I was like, dude, you got to black out all the information on that shipper.
I'm surprised, bro, wasn't like some of those like Lego like blind bag guys with a scale, bro. Like looking up on the internet how many grams the box is with a Hot Toy in it, and then taking a scale to the box. Oh man,
you don't know.
But yeah, so that was an awesome gift. Thank you, Hybrid. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, Hunter, man.
And again, I've been talking about wanting that because I get all the First Order Stormtroopers, and that TIE Fighter was literally probably the last TIE Fighter, probably the last Stormtrooper I needed, other than like just some one-off repacks. And so I'm pretty hyped. I have no idea where it's going to go, though. No idea at all.
And you're in your display room.
Yeah, somewhere in here. I don't know. Might make it a footrest.
Just put it on your bed, and then you could sleep on the floor.
Wait a minute.
Right.
I'm going to hang it above my head, and then it's natural selection if it falls down on me.
Yeah, yep. Exactly.
Yeah, the wing's going to be like a guillotine.
And then I have presents that I have for one is for Hunter, one is for Fig, one is for Ben Taylor, and one is for Gunner in my Discord. back in May, I ordered 5 of the Gree and Yoda 2-packs, and they showed up 5 minutes before the stream started. So
Nice.
So those came from Hasbro Pulse today. I'm very excited. Those guys that I ordered extras for, I will ship those out to you as soon as possible. Probably Monday.
Don't you know? I mean, you may as well just return them because that Yoda's garbage because SH Figuarts, and we've been asking for random clones for years, but now we don't want those anymore. So just throw them away, send them back to Hasbro. It's not. We don't need those anymore.
No.
So as one individual, I'm going to say we, the entire community, don't need those anymore.
This is an extremely hot take. I think the color of green on the SHF Yoda looks horrible. That's my hot take.
Like his skin color?
The shade of green.
I hate it. It's definitely like lighter than like movie accurate. The new one actually is a bit darker.
Still not gonna buy it.
It's a great figure though.
Yeah, you know what I did get though was the I have on pre-order with Ami the what's it called? The Moth-X Stormtrooper 2.0. I'm very excited for that.
It looks great.
Yeah, I'm going to catch up with the chat real quick here. Does anybody else have anything they want to show off real quick before we jump into the highs and lows of the year?
I have some other gifts, but
just some recent stuff.
I got some fun stuff.
All right, Zooey.
Oh, Zoo Boy has recent pickups. Can you believe that?
So
commence the next 40 minutes.
The last 2 Monday night figure balls, I forgot to show this off because this is a big item, and I keep it underneath my desk, and I keep forgetting every time. So this is perfect on Tommy's stream.
Oh, Daryl!
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
It's just so big. I keep forgetting to show it off, but
He said.
it's good. It's good that I could show it off on your stream. But yeah, I'm loving this. This is so cool.
I love the detail.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
My dad even has said when he saw I got this, he hasn't had a chance yet, but he said he wants to take a look through this because there's just so much detail, as Tommy just said. Just all the TVC up until I forget when. I don't know when this book was published. Do you know, Tommy?
Say like 2016 or something.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It says. Oh, I didn't realize it says Volume 1. So maybe one day they'll make a Volume 2 too. Yeah, it says Volume 1, 2010 to 2019. Cool.
Is that only including TVC, or is it?
Yes, just TVC.
Things like Saga.
No, just specifically TVC. The first, I'll show you. The first one is.
I'm assuming there's like a prologue, like talking about the line itself and stuff.
Right. That's why I'm trying to go for the first actual figure they talk about. You want to take a guess who it is?
TVC number 1? Luke
Skywalker.
Leia.
It's Dengar.
Dengar?
Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
That's TVC number 1.
Wow.
Leia is 2, though.
Do they have clone?
Trash character from a trash trilogy.
You know what? How long do you think till we get to the first clone? Let's take a look.
I know VC. I think it's 15 is a clone trooper.
VC 09 is Boba Fett. He's technically a clone.
Hey, clone.
I think Commander.
But
Isn't Commander Cody up there?
Tommy is right.
VC 15.
There you go.
Funnily enough, it's a removable helmet, but it's on the body sculpt of the 2005 Revenge of the Sith clones.
And Hunter is right. Cody is not far behind.
Yeah, I knew he was really early. That's why he's like $200.
I need the book now.
So very happy to have that. I'm glad I finally get to show it off. Most of the stuff that I have is McFarlane stuff, and I don't really have them available to be shown off now. So I got a lot of McFarlane, as per usual. Nothing new for me. But I did get some interesting stuff that I'll show off. Ooh. So when I was a kid, I had this set, but I didn't know they were Marvel. But this is Kazar and Zabu.
That's not He-Man?
That's right. You could have thought it was. Yeah, but it's Marvel. I had no clue. I saw this in a store, in a vintage store, and I was like, damn, I never knew this was Marvel. I got to pick it up just to keep it in box.
Yes.
As like a remembrance of my childhood.
I feel like I had that as well.
It's the Sabretooth is so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
It looks like He-Man goes to Ice Age, dude.
Yo, it's Diego.
It's Diego
then-
from Ice Age.
Yeah. He-Man and Diego 2-pack.
The last thing that I will show off. This will be good for Hunter.
Oh,
I did get. Oh fuck! It wouldn't be a me pickup if something didn't fall the fuck. Jesus Christ!
Oh god.
Chat clip that.
oh,
No, the other wing is falling off too now. Fuck. Hold on.
Bly
hey, you
activities.
can't.
I
You
got
can't.
Are you using
I was
this
gonna say you can't
language
do
on-
that
on-
without going skibbity down the hallway.
it.
I was gonna say Bly activities.
I got the Banshee, the Banished
cool.
Banshee.
That's cool.
There's the Elite in there.
Yeah, that's so cool that it fits in there too.
Yeah. I
Is
love
that
it.
the World of Halo?
Yep, World of
Yeah.
Halo. The new Banshee.
Orange scale, right?
I like how
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just fun to me. But yeah, I'm all in on World of Halo now. I just think it's a really cool line. I really like how they could do vehicles, because it's a smaller scale.
Dude, they have
So-
really cool pieces. Like the shade turret is cool too.
Yep, I
Like,
have
it
that.
has,
It's
like,
great.
It has like the energy shields on it, and it rotates so nice. And the turrets go up and down. Like it's so cool.
The
Yeah.
rookie and the drop pod's my personal favorite.
Yep, I love that one too. That's great. In fact,
I've got that
I have
too.
that-
Yeah.
I have that one right next to me.
Yeah.
Although,
mine's
if I remember correctly, I think I'm not sure if this is rookie or if I put a regular ODST in there. I don't remember if I kept rookie in there or if this is a regular
that's rookie
ODST.
because the
That's rookie. Okay.
regular ODST has the red arm stripe.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, cool. But yeah, I love this too. It's great.
Sick. Those drop pods are cool. I always thought those were neat.
Oh, you know what else I got, Tommy?
Ooh,
I got this to keep on card.
make him big.
Nice.
Oh, Hunter's favorite Black Series packaging style. Holy cow!
Yeah, I split this pack with Nate and from Out of the Basement and Zach from Black Series Cantina. I took Thrawn, Nate took Grievous, and Zach took Vader. So
Nice.
Nice.
I just wanted to have this nice Thrawn on card. Hopefully one day I can get it signed by Lars Mikkelsen. That would be awesome.
Ooh, there you go.
Heck yeah.
I would love that. That would be my goal for that for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Hundrix, I know you don't have these in hand yet, but I know you have a baller Hot Toys order coming in.
I have something actually right next to me.
Oh, no way.
Ooh.
No way.
Dude.
No way.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh! Dude.
Open the box.
Open the box!
Open
Dude,
the box.
I've been like waiting to review it, and I got it a few days ago, and I have another one coming,
Dude.
and it's been taking me so long. I'm like scared to touch it even. It's literally 2 years on pre-order.
I know.
I mean, I'd be scared to
Insane.
touch it too.
I know,
those
dude.
metal endoskeletons can be quite delicate.
Dude, they can break if you bend them too far. They can just snap.
Yep.
Like even a 90-degree bend, too much.
Dang, dude. That is too awesome, though. That is too awesome.
Yeah, insane.
I'm
I,
so
uh,
excited for mine to finally ship.
I have a couple of little pickups, nothing insane.
Okay.
But,
All right. Not a go.
So I made it a point yesterday while driving 2 hours one way to pick up a TIE fighter to hit some Walmarts and Targets, and I've been looking for some of these steals or some of these sales, some of these steals they got going on, and I picked up another R5 pack with the pit droids. I got it for $22 at Target.
Ooh, I got that too.
Yeah, I couldn't pass. I'm trying to army build some pit droids. They only had one. I'm going to hit some more targets throughout the weekend. But yeah, so I got 2 pit droids here. The R5 and the BD droid are actually already in the mail going to Hunter. We made an arrangement back in the spring. I think it was I would get him an R5 if he gave me one of the 3PO on battle droid bodies from that 2-pack.
Yes. Yep.
And so I'm finally fulfilling it. But I was like, I'm waiting to army build while they're on sale. So
It's funny you say this, Hybrix. I didn't show it off because I already had put mine on the shelf. But when I first got that pack, if anybody knows, I've talked about it a few times. But My pit joys have such bad QC, they will not stand.
I haven't even tried to stand them. I just put them on my desk yet.
Yeah, their joints are so loose, mine. So I was like, when it goes on sale, I'll pick it up, a new one. So I picked it up. It went on sale. I saw it for like $22 at Target, and mine are perfect now. They stand just fine. So I'm very happy that I got pit droids that actually stand now.
So y'all remember in the SpongeBob movie when King Neptune takes the bag off his head, and they're all like, bald, bald. You know, like when Tommy takes off his Christmas hat.
You bastard.
So we're gonna do that, but blue. I got another private tier for $12 at Target.
Blue Mando.
Blue Mandos. I actually have a video in mind because I ordered a ton of these Walmart clearance figures. I have 2 of the blue chick ones. I got Dedra for like $14. I have Grease Astromech just to customize. I mean, just a bunch of custom fodder, a bunch of Ramparts to do head swaps with. And I was like, it'd be cool if I took like 2 of the Privateers and 2 of the Night Owls and just some paints and just said, hey, make a couple panels blue, orange or green, whatever. Like you can really flesh out the Coven. And I think it'll be a fun video. So I got to find one more of these throughout the weekend of hunting.
Blue Mando, new media.
Yep. And then I found the remaining skeleton crew figures that I needed. So I actually found the majority of the wave minus Women Fern at the Butler, Pennsylvania Walmart last week. And I was like, they took those kids, but not KB and Neil. Like KB and Neil were still there. I was like, these are like the cool designs. So, and Tommy and I talked about it, and it's kind of where I'm hoping too. I'm hoping that it was just kind of like there's kids enjoying the show and they wanted the main characters.
Right.
Because like the show has been great. I'm loving Skeleton.
Yeah.
Did you when you picked these up, were there also a Neil and KB?
No, so actually Neil and KB were the only ones not at this Walmart. They still had
so it worked out perfectly for you.
Yeah, they still had the 2 Jods and Brutus was there. And I'm like, they left Brutus. How? Like when I found Neil and KB at Butler, they also still had a Jod left. So I was able to get Jod there. But I mean, these are all just really, really well done figures. Like, we're really ending 24 on a bang. I don't know if my camera is going to focus too hard in the box here, but the likenesses are actually pretty nice in person.
Yeah, it's nice.
So.
It sucks because I'm really enjoying the show, but I was able to snag these on Amazon when they were $20. So I was like, not. Yeah, I know. Mine. I'm. It's just like what's her face? What's the Padawan from the Acolyte? Jackie.
Yeah.
It was just like Jackie. I had that an $18 pre-order from Amazon. That was delayed like 2 months, and I waited, and I eventually got her. But I want these Skeleton Crew figures to come in, but I'll never turn down a $20 Black Series now. So
I was like, they kept getting delayed, and I was like, you know what? First time I see them on shelves, I'll just lose the $5 sale. I want them now,
Yeah, right. I definitely wouldn't blame someone for like yourself, like just picking them up if you see them.
It's like, I want to get my videos made. It's a $5 discount. I have
it was now. Very tempting.
I can start playing with them in the bathtub while I'm watching my episode. It's like, we're all right.
I did
honestly,
see them.
Great Space Saver. You don't even need a full size jar. Like everything's been amazing, and just solid.
Man. The smaller size mason jars are cheaper. And you can get them in a 6-pack. So there we go.
I know the little like smoky shots that come in the little like 4-inch tall mason jars.
Yeah.
And like all you need.
I'm lucky that there was no sale. He didn't go up initially for Brutus on Amazon.
Oh, so you just get him.
Yeah, so I just got Brutus from Big Bad Toy Store when I got my big
figure of the year.
Yeah, I mean he's great. He's
figure
great.
Of the year. Yeah.
He just missed my top 10. He's my honorable mention. But if I'm being honest, he's a top 10 figure. It's just that I have more attachment to Joris Sabayoth. So that's why he was top 10. But if I'm talking just figure-wise, he's a better figure than Joris. So he would have been my top 10.
Yeah.
He is great. And I'm enjoying the character a lot in the show. Although, I got to say, we'll talk about this, I'm sure, Tommy, when you go into Skeleton Crew. But Neil he's the best in the show.
Oh,
I love him. He's so good.
Absolutely. So Hunter did have some stuff he wanted to show off, but he told me in the private chat, and he's gonna be mad I say this. He's fighting demons right now, so he'll be
That means
back. Let
pooping.
me catch up. Let me catch up with the chat while Hunter is evacuating his thorax. We got a bunch of people in here that I didn't catch. We got Kyle. What's going on, Kyle? How we doing?
What up, Kyle?
Hybrid may have shed a tear.
Just one manly one, you know.
We got O'Malley. He's the highest watcher on a plane.
Loving the profile pic.
Clone Wars Collector, what's going on, dude? Let me check a couple other chatters in here. I know I missed. Alexander Storm from Shadow Nose Network, one of my co-hosts on the Sarlacc Digest Toy Chest show. Shout out to him. The Sarlacc Digest guys may or may not be coming to ICC-Con all the way from Southern California in May. So I'm
cool.
very, very excited at the possibility of meeting those guys. Some asshole named Hybrid Toy Reviews in here. Who's heavy breathing? We got Chaotic Clouds is in here a little bit too. What's going on? Chaotic? So Hunter, now that you're done fighting demons, I hear you have some stuff to show off.
That means he was pooping.
So I had some gifts to show off. I was gifted. Let's just start here from Hybrid. So, as you know, you guys know, I'm a big Captain America guy, as you can see, you know, back here. I've been getting all the Captain Americas in Marvel Legends, but Hybrid's like enlightened me and told me that like some of them early ones are really rough. So he got me the Mafex Captain America from the first movie.
Nice.
The first Avenger movie. And I kind of got him like covering up his body with the shield, but it's really cool. So that was a really cool gift.
There's just not a good enough Marvel Legends.
Yeah. I've heard that figure is actually pretty decent too.
Oh yeah.
And then also a recent thing that Hybrid and I have gotten into is Mythic Legions. So we're kind of just like dipping our toes in, not Zooboy style dipping our toes in, but so Tommy gifted me a Mythic Legions Dark Templar.
It's awesome. I've been tempted on this one.
He's really cool.
He looks
Articulation's so cool too. Yeah, he's really fun, and like also shout out to Four Horsemen Studios, because the one that I got from Tommy was missing. I don't know if you can see on camera here. He's got a little handle that he holds onto the shield with. That piece goes onto a peg on the back of the shield, and it was missing. So I emailed Four Horsemen, their customer support, and they were like, "Oh, can you send us some pictures?" You know, and they didn't even like ask where I got it from or anything. They just mailed me one in like a little cheap bubble mailer. They just mailed me the part, and I was like, "Sweet, that's all I want," you know. So that was really cool. Lastly, I got a few gifts for myself. This one is really cool. You know, 0 out of 10 figure in the last 5 years. I got a 1,000 Toys Carter from Halo Reach. It's not really focusing very well. That might make it worse.
Yeah.
But he's really cool. A lot of these guys have had their hands on these figures and like articulated them.
They're very cool.
Dude, even like, look at this. Like,
no, they're amazing.
If you need that articulation to get him to like, because he comes with an energy sword. So it's just like the amount of like engineering they put into these figures is so cool, man.
0
like,
out of 10.
It's actually really bad. Doesn't articulate well, too expensive, just overall.
No paint.
I don't know how to pose the figure, therefore it sucks.
Yeah, no paint.
Dude. Oh, man. If you know, you know. Yeah. Well, lastly, okay, so you guys know that Hybrid got his Grail with the Chewbacca prototype pack.
I'm so excited to see this, dude.
And so you can see in my display, like I got quite the Cody display. Well, there's a big part of it that's missing that was a Grail item. And I have sent pictures already, but I got it right here.
Dude.
Oh my gosh, it's so heavy.
Is he gonna drop it like Zoo Boy?
So, Tommy, you're gonna have to let me know how many.
Oh,
You're gonna have
dude.
to let me. You're gonna have to let me know how many command strips to put on the wall for this guy, Tommy.
Dude, that thing is sick. Like,
Dude, it's so
yeah.
cool.
too
That is
cool.
such
Like
a
this,
cool statue.
this is next to my friggin' head, bro, and I got a big head, man.
Yeah,
Look at that! Look at
That's
that Palpatine,
awesome.
dude. So his
So
hand just
good.
comes off, and it's like the battery pack.
Yeah.
Look
right.
at that.
That's cool.
Wow. Dude.
Holocom wishes it was that.
Bro, I won't lie. This is almost freaking Holocom scale, dude. It's like maybe a
Insane.
5-inch figure instead of a 6-inch. Dude, this thing is stinking heavy. I'll tell you what.
Which Jedi chopped him up?
Cody?
Yeah, which Jedi chopped him up? He's missing an arm.
Oh, the arm. Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro got blown up.
Oh man. I mean, it would be cool if it was a full body, but this thing, I'm telling you, is heavy.
Yeah. And it's like, where would the other arm really go? You know, it'd be at his side. So,
Yeah, right. Yeah. But this is one I'm glad to have because now, if you can
Yeah.
see, I have the over here quarter scale statue from Sideshow, and
Heck
then
yeah.
having this, I basically have like all. I basically have all the hardest to get like Cody collectibles now. So now it's just like little, figures here and there. So
Still
this one
fire.
was a grail, and I'm super happy.
Now you can
with
pick
it.
like a real good clone.
Or I just stop.
So just to catch up on some chats here, because there were some stuff, people had some questions and stuff. Let me catch up here. I saw one from Pletho. I want to find the chat, but Pletho asked me if I plan on getting any more imports. Right now, there are no more imports that I have on pre-order. Here we go. Right now, it's just the Moffex Stormtrooper. I'm extremely picky with my imports because it's such a supplemental collection. My main bread and butter is Black Series, and I like to keep my Black Series all together. And I like to keep my imports separate. I will say, though, they've been dropping some heat. If Moffex ends up releasing that Bosk figure, it's game over. It's
Yeah,
over.
dude.
I'm immediately getting
Yep.
I have the Black Series.
It'll
I'll get
be,
that one.
dude. Yeah, it'll be such a nice upgrade. The Black Series is just a little underscaled, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, articulation is trash.
Yeah.
And then there was one for Hybrid. Someone asked Hybrid if he was going to hang the ghost with fishing wire above his bed. I can't find that, chat, but
Probably not. I'm thinking.
here we go. Zavi asked.
I mean, if the wire goes, it might not take me out. It might only paralyze me.
And then we get to really make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta display it like this, so it's like a guillotine, just like right down on the neck.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I'm just going to continue on with the gun in my mouth plan instead of that. But there might be a coffee table in the future for the ghost. So
Pletho also wants to know what TVC number is the client in the book, Zooboy.
Oh my god.
We need the client. That's the biggest
True.
need for the TVC
Yeah.
line right now.
I'm
do
actually,
need-
if we don't get the client in 2026, I'm going to sell my entire collection.
I do want a super quick show just because I did forget to show it. There's too many things. But Tommy or Hunter showed that he got one. Tommy got me a Mythic Legion skeleton for Christmas.
Nice.
It's really
I didn't care to open it yet.
yeah. I'm waiting until I review
Oh, wait.
it.
Hybrid, look, I got the Mythic Legion skeleton too.
I wish I could see it.
Yeah, you can't see me, I know.
Yeah,
See?
it is.
Hey.
This is my Mythic
Bruh.
Legion skeleton.
Very
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so okay, now that we've shared our little toys recently, let's talk about some of the highs and lows from Star Wars this year. So the first thing, obviously, all of us are big collectors. I don't want to limit this to a single line or a single I don't want to limit it to just pickups. I kind of want to throw in, maybe like for me, a highlight, for example, is what Hasbro's done with the Black Series line as a whole this year. And I'll kind of get into that later, but don't limit yourselves when you're talking about some of your highlights. Just kind of share what you feel is a highlight from this year. So does anybody want to go first? Does anybody have one? Because if not, I can just start yapping.
Go for it.
Okay,
Start
so
yapping, bro.
collecting highlights for me. Obviously, a big one is look at this. Boom, collecting highlights.
Hey.
So a big one for me is Hasbro's pivot for the Black Series this year. Obviously, this year was a big change for the line, with having to deal with the big volume and influx of COVID collectors backing out of the hobby altogether in a lot of cases. In the last 2 years, Hasbro really took a hit with the amount of figures they made versus the amount that sold. So they kind of really had to rethink their business model. And it was kind of sad because during COVID, they literally were behind the ball the entire time. Like when all the COVID collectors came in, they didn't have enough stock and everything was hard to get. Things sold out on pre-orders in the first 2 minutes. Then they started making more stock to accommodate, and then all those people dipped out of the hobby. So I think Hasbro
A lot of companies dealt with that.
Yeah. I think Hasbro did a great job this year with my favorite thing they've done is bringing back multi-packs. I think multi-packs have been a fantastic way to give collectors an incentive to buy multiple figures for less than it would cost to buy 2 individual figures, while also getting more unique characters out there, whether it's like troop builder packs, which have been hugely successful this year, to other 2-packs where you'll get a character that you probably wouldn't have gotten single packed. Like I know, for example, like characters like Joru Sabayoth and what's another one?
Even the pit droids.
The pit droids or the lean trooper that goes with Mace Windu. There were a lot of figures that like otherwise probably wouldn't have come out on single carded releases at all this year, let alone multi-packs. So I was really, really happy with what lean. I love lean. I was really, really happy with what Hasbro did this year with multi-packs, as well as I felt like this was a great year for character selection too. I felt like
For sure.
even though there was only one legitimate original trilogy figure, I felt like that was fair considering we just came off of 3 40th anniversary years for all 3 of the OT movies, where they got brand new characters, brand new whole waves of anniversary figures, new releases like they did Jabba again, they did Force Ghost 3-pack, just to name a few from Return of the Jedi alone. It was great this year to get a good balance, and I think Hasbro is kind of like setting themselves up for success going forward with mainline for big box retailers being focused on new media and very iconic characters from legacy media, and then having fan channel be stuff that collectors want, like the more obscure Jedi characters from the prequels or your Cantina patrons and things like that. I think they've done a good job, and it makes me excited to go into the year that's going to have not only the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, but now also knowing there's a Force Awakens 10th anniversary emblem for next year. I'm very, very hyped for what next year will bring. So that's probably one of my biggest highlights of the year.
So I got a good one.
Okay.
So, while we're talking about multi-packs and stuff, I'll just show my personal favorite from this year.
Oh, bro.
But it's not why I'm talking, because obviously this is old. But while I was looking for info on this pack, I spoke on Instagram with Mr. Stevie, and there were things in that conversation that I really liked. I think for the first time in a long time, Hasbro is actually trying to listen to the fan base. And while I was talking to Mr. Stevie, getting some info, because I'd heard things about this pack, how like there weren't actually 400 out there and stuff, and I was like, Mr. Stevie would know. And we're talking, and he was like, where'd you find it? And I was like, oh, it was at ICC Con. And I was like, oh wait, this dude likes retro toys, like I should tell him about this con, he'd probably like to go. And he was like, oh yeah, all you Black Series collectors all you YouTubers were there a couple weeks ago, weren't you? And I was like, he knows. He knows. He's paying attention. Like, and all of a sudden it clicks, you know, like, because I always kind of figured our content was just for people, you know, to watch. But everyone's top 10 lists, you know, in the last couple of years really started to become the same thing. Everyone wanted super battle droids and Savage Opress and commando droids and Pre-Vizsla and, you know, new Darth Maul. And, you know, like everyone, you know, started kind of saying, man, I wish they did the shoulder pad thing on the clones that they did on the Stormtroopers in 2020. And like, there's been a lot of things that a lot of people all started saying at the same time. And Hasbro did all of them this year. You know, starting at the end of last year, you know, and some things are still to come but are announced. And I'm like, I don't want to completely praise be Mr. Stevie, you know, but I mean, like, he's very interactive. You know, if all 5 of us sent him a DM before Monday, we would all have a reply. If we all sent him different DMs.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hold you to that.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna do it.
If you DM him asking him stuff, he'll answer as best
Mr. Stevie, what color is my underwear?
Yeah.
He'll do his best.
So what you're saying is, Hybrid, I just have to get this entire community to say we all want a Jason Solo, and then in a couple of years we'll get him.
I mean,
I gotta start rallying.
That's how we got Jaina Solo. They did a fan choice poll, and then some Facebook group that, you know, doesn't even collect figures, just likes the Legends book, said, hey, they're doing a poll about what character do we want. We should all go and say Jaina. It's how it happened. And
you know what you should do is you should flip off the Hasbro headquarters and then send hate messages to them. That's how you'll get the figures made.
Great. Perfect.
Well, you know, I mean, I figure if when the new episode 3 Anakin comes out next year, if it's just like a new head on the 2013 body, I'll talk to Hunter about some of his tips and tricks that he's thought about and just go to Rhode Island myself, you know. Not a place of education, but whatever it takes. So
very good highlight. Hunter, do you have a highlight for collecting this year?
The only thing I was gonna say kind of goes with like what Hybrid was saying at the beginning. I think the highlight of this year just has to do with people getting what they want, and whether it's like new stuff from Hasbro with like the super battle droid, like people are getting like wish list items, like stuff that people really want, people are getting, and it's a really good thing. And it even goes down to like old stuff, because like even like looking at our wish list from like pre-ICC con, like dude, I can't name a year where all of us have gotten a lot of stuff that we wanted really bad until this year. Like between Hybrid and me getting like a ton of our wish list stuff and our even Grail pieces, and like dude, this year has been like the year for like getting stuff we want, is what it feels like. It hasn't felt like a dry spell or anything where like we've been getting a lack of stuff at all. Like I've been very satisfied with the amount of stuff I got this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hendrix, do you have a big highlight for this year for collecting?
So I'll go off of a little bit of what Hunter said, but I think especially for me, I kind of stopped, not totally stopped, because I'll still get some Black Series here and there, like the new Shock T and those kind of prequel era characters, Sebulba. But for me, I've focused my collection on Hot Toys pretty much solely. And for both companies, really, it's kind of the same testament of these companies are just giving us exactly what we've been asking for. And characters like the Droideka coming out in both lines, like that is just insane and just good for the collector. So I've been saying this is probably the best year, and it feels like we say that every year. So it's just going to keep going, and we're just going to keep getting exactly what we've been asking for, especially if this stuff sells well. They're just going to keep listening to the fans and being like, well, we have all these people on social media. We can go listen to them instead of trying to come up with these ideas ourselves. We'll just go see what the majority wants and keep making it. So really, social media, everything plays into that as well. And it's been the best year to be a collector, especially for Star Wars.
Absolutely.
Just to piggyback off that, because like Hendrix, I know you're big on Hot Toys. Dude, the amount of stuff that Hot Toys has come out with this year has been such a wide variety of like making people happy. You look at Star Killer, Thrawn, Grievous,
Dude.
the Zombie Death Trooper, like
Revan.
dude, all
And
Revan,
the thing,
all this stuff
the
that they're coming out with is insane.
the thing that's really blown me away is like it's legit every week. Like every single week there is a new figure either revealed or shipping, and it's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how about getting like the Mando armored Obi-Wan, or like the
Yeah.
Clone Wars.
Dude, Savage Opress in Hot Toys, like the Droideka, like dude, insane stuff. General
Obi-Wan, or
Grievous,
like-
How
Yeah.
about the ATRTs? Am I right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been Hot Toys has cooked extremely hard
Dude.
this year. It's been so cool. Like literally, I went
caught
from
the ick.
like 5% of what Hot Toys released for Star Wars I would pick up to like I picked up 10 to 15 Hot Toys just this year, and that's
Oh my
way
God.
more than I ever thought I'd be in.
They have really like nailed what they want to deliver collectors, and with the moving eye system on every figure, the weathering has just like every figure that I get, it's like this is somehow better than the last figure I just reviewed, or vice
Yeah.
versa. Like every figure is an improvement on the last, and you know, I feel like Black Series, although I haven't been collecting about, half of this year. Everything I've seen, I still see the community. I'm still listening to you guys and stuff like that. And everything I've seen is that they're doing the same thing. And a lot of these companies are doing the same thing where they're just trying to improve, give us good quality. And also, because we've had a lot of price increases and stuff the last few years. So the quality also getting substantially better with that is really just, again, good for us. They're delivering on something that maybe they feel like, oh, they're kind of complaining a little bit about the prices. So let's try to improve and see how far we can stretch this budget that we have and deliver on what we feel like we can deliver on.
And that's, I mean, to piggyback on that a little bit, like this year's top 10 Black Series list was hard to make. Like it took me a lot of time, a lot of thought, and it's things like you're saying, like the quality. I always said with the shorter characters, if you're going to charge me the same price as a normal size figure for a Yoda, you really need to fill the box. You need to give me some stuff. And again, I mean, going into like the Being Heard, these skeleton crew figure boxes are flashlights and walkie-talkies and backpacks, and they're actually trying to give us what we want, what we if you're gonna charge for it, you got to fulfill your end, and it's been great.
Yep.
Zooboy, do you got a collecting highlight this year?
Yeah, so really it's just piggybacking on what yourself and Hunter and Hendrix said. But I really am enjoying how pretty much every line that I collect has been hitting figures that I'm like, oh my God, finally, it's time. And so it's not even just Star Wars, like you said, because even something that we have a few versions of her, getting this Jean Grey this year, this might be my favorite figure of the year.
I mean, that's definitely.
She's definitely up there for me. And it's just, we've had Jean Greys before. We got a great one last year. But just getting a version in her Phoenix outfit that's a perfect figure. I have no flaws. I don't think this figure has any flaws personally for me. So I'm completely fine with that. And that's what I love to see. I love how, because it's not just the new characters. That's a big part of it. I love that we're getting in the span of a year, right? Roughly 365 days, not all 2024, but we've gotten the B2, we've gotten the Droideka, we got the Magna Guard, and now we're getting the Commando Droid. Just to knock out all 4 of those CIS, Separatist representation, amazing. I love that. And like I said, it's not just Star Wars, because I completed the original Justice League and the original Teen Titans this year for McFarlane. So love completing teams. When people ask me what my favorite part of collecting is, like, oh, what's your favorite figure? Something like that. It's hard for me to answer, because for me, it's not necessarily about one individual item. It's about taking a step back, looking, man, there's the Teen Titans on the shelf. Look at that. It's complete. Or there's the Avengers. There's all the Separatists, just
McFarlane.
completing. Go ahead.
McFarlane finally quit making Batmans long enough to make for one Green Lantern. I've been waiting 7 years for him to make.
and speaking of that, the one that Hybrid is holding right now, plus a Batman that I got today, actually, they're the first new 52 Justice League members that have been released.
Oh, this is new 52?
Well, yeah, because it's the Rebirth costume with the real shine, as you can see.
Okay.
And that's what the new 52 is.
Do they
It's
not
just
do
the shine.
Flash?
That's Rebirth. It's not the new 52.
Oh,
So finally we're getting new 52 figures. So that's really exciting. And again, it just goes into everything that I'm saying all the companies did. Hasbro for Marvel did Spider-Verse figures this year that looked very stylized to the animation. And if you like that, you love it. And if you don't, you don't. But I thought it was perfect. And just being able to finish teams and just to see all the companies, exactly like Hybrid is saying, are actually listening and doing what fans want. And that's just really cool to see. So for the past, 3-4 years, probably since 2020, every year I've said, this is the best year for the Black Series. And I don't think that's going to stop, because they just keep putting things out. And even though I don't think it's going to happen, if this whole thing happens where it's the big switch and Hasbro they lose the Marvel and Star Wars license and McFarlane loses the DC license, I will be content with what I have for the first time, I think, in a while. Because for the last few years, even Black Series killing it, I'm like, man, but if the line dies and we don't have a super battle droid, I'm going to be pissed. So I feel like if the Black Series dies right now, there are many characters I want, but I'll be okay. That's
a big reason I've switched over to Hot Toys. Is for me, I want my 6 original Star Wars movies displayed, and for me, like, I could totally see myself never picking up another Black Series and being like okay with that. Obviously, like I said, I'm getting Shakti, Sebulba, those type of characters, but yeah, it just feels like you could complete a collection of like the first and secondary characters in a display.
Yep. And I will say, to go with what, David Edge is saying, and I would love more Cantina aliens, but I am happy we got Momod this year. And even though it's not this year, I would be a little more mad about the OT if we didn't have a new Luke and Leia coming. So, very happy.
Jen, Jen's here. Jen appearance. Jen, do you have a collecting highlight for this year?
Highlight of my year was
Tommy's wallet being drowned out.
When Tommy said, "Yeah, this is the only hot toy I'm gonna get. There's no other hot toys I would want." And then they came out with Darth Maul and then the other Mandos from the Siege of Mandalore. And he goes, I'm going to get the whole set. And then now they're on display. And then he walked me through 8 hot toys that he pre-ordered cash.
He's looking at Jango Fett right now, too.
Yep.
Casually.
Hey, I send him deals daily, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
I mean, Tommy's saving for a wedding right now. There's no way to do it like buying every hot toy he sees. So.
I'm saving for a wedding.
Tommy's getting beat after the stream.
So I'm hearing that the New Year's resolution is more budgeting. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. New Year's resolution
is more hot toys.
Yeah.
Hot toys,
Right,
hot
budget.
toys, just be quiet for a little bit. Take a month off. Let Tommy breathe.
Take a month off.
Yeah, that was so crazy. Like, because what hot toy did you get? You ordered Thrawn, and then you're like, and that's the only one I want.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I never said that.
No, Jacob probably said
I
that.
never said that.
No, the first claim was I only get 501st clones.
Yeah.
Hot toys. And then he got Thrawn, and then he got Enoch and the other clone.
Hey, what up, Mark?
What up, Mark?
And
Oh, hi,
then-
Mark.
It's the bargaining. This is the last one. This is the last one.
Like
Another
yeah.
one. Another one. Another one.
So yeah. Gotta love him.
Yep. Thank you, Jen. That was awesome. You guys will see Jen with me at ICCCon in May.
Hey.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I haven't told my boss yet, so don't.
He's watching right now.
Yeah.
One more hot toy. One more hot toy.
I had a second
Rough.
thought too, and Mark
It's-
brought it up. But all the fan events this year have been great.
Yeah,
They
that
were.
was.
Toy
I
show,
was.
ICCC.
I was
Yeah.
using Cook's comment. I was going to go into that because Cook mentioned. I can't find the comment now, but
I
he
got it.
mentioned. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just that was amazing. Just ICC this year was fantastic. It was honestly one of my favorite few days of my life.
It was.
Dude,
it was
true.
so much
Yeah.
fun.
No, I mean things don't get much better than getting a group photo on a hover.
Hell yeah.
Like
Yep.
Wow, what a sissy! Got his picture, everyone's picture. Wow.
there's my Discord kitten over there.
I will never understand how when I uploaded this picture to Instagram was like, "We'll just cut out Logan. You don't need him in the pictures."
Awesome.
But I mean, no, I mean ICCC great, but even Tommy knows. I mean, even your local stuff, Toy Hio, like
it was a lot of
There-
fun.
I mean, there's been so many good events going on. You know, I mean, it finally feels like people are starting to unshelter. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, you're starting to get the events pretty busy again, and I mean, like actually getting to talk to the people that run these shows too is like really,
It is
really
cool. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Getting
So,
to talk to
that's
Michael.
probably
I know
why.
Hybrid, you got to talk to the guy that runs Toy Hio recently.
yeah, he has a shop down in Niles, Ohio. I'm gonna have to take you there soon because he was just cool to talk to.
Yeah.
Next couple weeks, maybe.
Tell him to give us press passes or we're never going to his event again.
Yeah, you can't swing $5 is a bit steep, you know. So I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, this year really like was a huge highlight, and kind of echoing what everybody said. I think this year was a very expensive year for everyone because it was just a landslide of things that people have been begging for the last like 10 years. And that doesn't just equate to one line or one franchise. This year has been huge for collectors of all franchises. So I'm really excited to see if we keep that momentum going into 2025.
Yeah.
But-
And I think it's a big part too is the less amount of content we've been getting overall
Yeah.
from every company.
Agreed.
Allows these toy companies to pick figures that the fans have been asking for over and over again and putting them out there.
Definitely. So now we're going to get, if anyone has any other positives, go ahead and say them because we're going to switch over to the collecting bummers of the year. Everyone good? Everyone good? Going once, going twice. Collecting bummers of the year. There's always going to be that one thing that annoyed you, that made you mad. For me, it was the 0 out of 10, 1,000 toys, Noble 6. Just the worst figure I've ever seen in the last 5 years. I started dry heaving as soon as Hunter opened it earlier this year. But yeah, no, does anybody have any just kind of, it can even be something as simple as like a figure you got that you were disappointed by.
Balin and Shin.
Mm.
That's mine.
Balin
Balin and
and
Shin.
True.
Very good.
They just needed to be better, and they were not. So yeah, hopefully they rectify that in the future.
It hasn't even been any of the products really, because and this year was weird. I had no quality control issues on anything I got, and there really wasn't anything that I was bummed by. But I think the thing that's really starting to bum me out is elements of the community.
Yep.
Because, there are people out there that are so focused on what we're not getting that they can't appreciate what we are. They get mad that the random background Mandos were getting our blue when they could be different colors, but like we weren't getting any before, start working through them. And every 2-pack has to be called a hostage pack. You can't just appreciate that, the cheap figure in the pack that they always put in the 2-pack has some good upgrades. And it's like, I don't know, that there have been times where they've announced a new figure and I've thought about talking about it on my channel, and then I realize that I'm going to get the most disgusting comments about it, where it's just going to be a cesspool, and so I just don't. So the Grimace Shake not returning.
True.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I like our corner, our little sect of the community, but there's a lot of people out there that just make it difficult to, talk about it sometimes.
Always wanting the next thing.
Hmm.
That's totally. I'm with you, Hybrid. Taylor Swift does the same thing.
This guy,
Taylor Swift fans do the same thing. She releases 3 albums in 1 year, but where's Reputation? Where's Dave?
Well, I mean, as she said, she is the problem. So,
a collecting highlight for me was Chapel Roan's album this summer. That was a highlight.
Hell yeah. You're hot to go, Tom?
I am hot to go.
He's a super modern graphic, whatever, ultra modern girl.
I think that should be. I want to see that, Tommy. I want to see in one of your Blitz transmissions. I want to see you and Jen do the hot to go dance.
We should do that.
We'll kick off the Blitz transmissions TikTok.
The Blitz.
There you go.
Blitz talk. There we go. Hendrix, did you have a disappointment this year, like a big bummer this year?
Not really. Like, everything for me has been pretty positive. Like I said earlier, the Balin and Shin, like, those figures should have been better scaled, at least. Like, they were well executed besides the scaling.
What the hell?
Hey, bro.
Hey,
it's a wild Mr. Coffee has joined the chat.
Hey.
Dude, I got my first doll, bro. with the metal endoskeleton.
You got Boba Cat?
Yeah, dude.
Collecting bummer.
I'm scared to pose the joints. I don't want them to snap on the inside.
Well, those metal
Yeah, you don't want that metal. It bends a little too far, and then it just breaks, and then your hot toy is broken.
I got a doll, guys. I got a doll.
Hey, don't exhale on that pleather. It's gonna deteriorate.
Dude, what's going on, Coffee?
What's up?
All right,
Dang.
I got a collecting bummer that's gonna bring this back for Hendrix. All of a sudden he's gonna hear it, and it's gonna bring it back. The worst thing that ever happened to me this year was my experience at Awesome Con in Washington, D.C.
Dude. Bro.
Blood's about to spiral back into
my
Oh
worst
my gosh.
8 hours.
my worst collecting experience was
Like
when we had
PTSD.
212 Hunter on Monday Night Figure Ball.
Oh man.
And when he pissed his pants and didn't say anything.
Bruh, it's just a little leak. It wasn't that bad.
Well, yeah, y'all played the "She Was a Good Friend" copy pasta, and Hunter started Hail Marrying right there.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Zooboy going like this. He was going like,
Yeah. It was a scary movie. It was like, Oh shit! Did I just do it again? Hunter's gonna have to take a break.
Hunter's gonna have to change his pants.
No. But yeah, the overall experience at Awesome Con was terrible, dude. I
Dude,
still have
so bad
from that day.
I kind of forgot about it. Like my brain must have just removed it. Dude, I remember getting picked up from the airport after that, and I just look at my mom. I'm like, dude, it was so ass.
I was literally standing. What time did we get at the con? It was probably like 8 a.m. and we left at like 9 p.m. So I was standing for like 12 hours, and I was standing
and then my
in line.
flight.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my flight at the end of all of it, my flight got delayed twice. So I'm sitting in the airport after this terrible experience, just sitting in the airport like, oh, don't know when I'm getting home. Like, oh my God.
Dude, I remember standing in line for Rosario Dawson for 7 hours.
Oh my
Insane.
God, dude.
No, dude, I was in Hayden.
bro.
I was in Hayden's line for 8. Like
That's
insane.
Yeah.
Not
Dude,
worth it.
Insane.
I finally get to the front of the line, meet Rosario, and I'm like trying to be excited, but meanwhile I'm like tired and like, bro, I'm hurting from standing in line for so long. And I got it, and I looked at it, and I was like, man, was it worth it?
Right. Dude.
It depends. Was it in blue chrome?
I got Hayden's signature, and I asked myself the same thing. And I met the chosen one. I will say, it was worth it, but it also wasn't at the same time. Like, it was insane.
The dopamine did not equal the depression. It did not balance out.
No.
I mean, like, and I mean, same. I mean, it was because y'all have never tried to go for someone big like that before. It's
right.
I agree with you, David.
I've done it. I've done it a few times, and it's like it's a lot. And
dude,
I remember I kind of had a little bit of foreknowledge, so I was just pre-miserable. You know, like
Dude. And like you don't know how like you legit like it's kind of cool, but like also not fun, like the whole overall experience. But you do get to like really you spend 8 hours with the people next to you in line, so you end up chatting and stuff like that. But
you make your friend.
Yeah, but it is just and it's funny because it is like a bit of that like camaraderie where you're all just in it together. Like we're just waiting 8 hours, like a full shift of work. All like it's insane.
Yeah. No, I mean, someone gets out of line ahead of you, they give up, they quit, they walk away, and you and everyone around you just goes like as they're walking.
One step closer.
Dude, someone fainted in the Rosario line.
Yeah.
Someone legit fainted. And Rosario, I saw her walk out and she goes and like kneels next to this person like half dead on the floor. And dude, insane. They come and get the stretcher and take this dude out of there. It was wild times. It was a war zone.
So you're telling me if I want to meet someone that popular, that
you might
just
die.
Pretend to faint.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude,
exactly.
I was literally
talking
to. I was literally saying to Hybrid, like, he should just tear my ACL so we can get into the ADA
Fucking.
No, future cons, like they get a Juan McGregor at like Chicago next year. Like one of us is bringing a wheelchair.
We'll just bring my dad and have him run an ARC 170 down the hall.
Exactly.
Line for.
No,
Oh,
we roll it with your dad, and we're just like, hey, I'll buy you an Obi-Wan Kenobi autograph, but you know what you have to do.
I'll hand him Hybrid's HasLab Ghost.
See,
Yeah.
that's a highlight. That's a highlight, Tommy. Because
are you going to show your dad your TIE fighter?
No.
just the process of realization of shit, he's not joking when he's trying to climb up my leg. I was just like, bro's not joking.
Dude, I had 911 like typed into my phone. I was like, this dude is like seizing out in front of me. I'm looking around like, does anyone else see this? Dude, wild.
Oh,
Unk
Unk
you
truly went
self-destruct.
skibbity.
Unk went skibbity. No, and the funny, I think
I
the
like
funny
how
part
Zooboy
was-
said that was a highlight. Your dad fucking busting his ass, and
dude,
surgery is tomorrow.
I need it was funny because I see stuff like that at work all the time. So like I'm just like, hang on, guys, give him a minute. And you guys are like, we need to call
Right.
911 now. Like we gotta get. And I'm like, hang on, we'll see what he does next. Let's see if he stops breathing first. If he stops breathing,
Right.
call an ambulance.
fucking, oh my god.
The wild
Dude,
thing was when we were
insane.
talking after it happened, and everyone saw something different. And
Yeah.
like I saw his knee go backwards, and I was
Dude.
like, I saw his head bounce off the concrete.
I
floor.
saw the man laid out like this. Like
Dude,
midair,
he-
dude.
Drop his Arc 170.
I
Like a
forget.
0 out of 10.
I forget who else it was, but it was me, Hybrid, and someone else. We're out in the hall, like, because you were in the room checking on him, and me and Hybrid are like, dude, are we like, we need to make a decision here. Are we gonna call 911 or are we gonna like do something else?
No,
It was
we
like,
were
dude,
talking
so
about leaving-
intense.
The
just-
Australian breakdance. That was great. Oh my god.
I mean, it was just like, it was just because like we're talking about leaving him in Dennis's hotel room, and I'm just like, dude, like it's talking about Australian breakdancing. It
Dude.
looked like he was foaming
Yeah.
at the mouth at one
Did-
point. We're
did
gonna
he-
come back to a dead
Yeah.
man on the sofa. Like, so
man-
someone needs
did
to
man-
watch him for seizures.
Did he quote the Australian breakdancing like meme from the Olympics? Was that like
Yeah.
post Olympics?
Yeah,
Yes, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
dude.
like,
Oh my
Australian
gosh, dude.
breakdancing, and we're like, no, you're not. You're dying.
Yeah. Your brain just sloshed forward and then back again. Like,
Dude.
Oh man,
Thankfully,
Hunter
you're
saw him
eating
with
grams
trapped
of copper.
articulation.
Yeah, and no pain apps, dude.
Oh man,
Top 8
Yeah,
worst
Bly-
figure of the past 10 years.
At Bly's age,
Commander Bly falling down at ICCC.
at
Got
Bly's
that
age, he has
hyperextending knee
2013
articulation. I
clone
love it.
articulation, so we just have to be real careful with him. He's a little tender.
Oh man, Coffee. Do you have any collecting bummers now that you're in here?
Ooh, collect
Every Black Series
Bummer.
because
Yeah.
Coffee doesn't collect
Every-
that line anymore.
Shut up, bitch. Oh my god. I fucking
The
hate
wild
this
thing
guy.
is they're made in China, so they're all imports.
You're right.
True.
You just lack the ability to see it.
From a certain point of view.
I don't really have any bummers per se. I mean, I guess a collecting bummer for me is how I'm gonna spend more money on Hot Toys next year.
Yeah, boy.
So
I knew
that's-
you'd get
That's
real
not
good.
really a bad thing.
one and done. One and done, dude.
That's yeah. Hendrick's first one freed me. Like,
Yeah.
Hendrick's
I had to
really
get
I
you.
mean-
I had to get you somehow, bro.
Before I even unboxed the Boba Fett, I put that $40 deposit down on Chewie, and it was just over.
And Coffee is 100% right. I just know when I unbox my Revan, 'cause I still got
Oh.
two. I could pay it off, but
Dude.
I'm waiting.
game
When I-
over.
It's so
When I
good.
finish that payment plan, I know as soon as I open it, the Thrawn payment plan starting.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
gonna
dude,
happen.
wait.
It's gonna
Dude, the
happen.
armor on that Revan is, dude, so good. So
I can't
good.
wait. And it's my first Hot Toy, so I'm gonna have
Oh,
such a
dude,
cool
you're
experience.
in
Can't
for a
wait.
treat because there is no pleather on that figure, and it just looks absolutely amazing, dude. It's so good.
Are you gonna put Revan on the floor?
Yeah. No, he's Revan's definitely gonna go in my detail. Right
Revan's
next
gonna be
to
the centerpiece of Zooboy's floor ship.
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
the ghost, because I didn't get my IKEA Calyx yet. The ghost is gonna have to go on the floor in the
Oh
meantime.
my fucking god.
Bro's got a shipyard on his floor, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I don't have any bummers. I have a lot of good things, but I don't really have.
Yeah,
any
what are your collecting?
Right.
You just missed that. So what are you?
Yeah, what's your
collecting?
Um,
what's Coffee's collecting?
That's all I
Well, I did stop by and I heard some of you guys. You were talking about like character selection in the Black Series and Hot Toys too. They're doing a lot of stuff that people want, so that's definitely one. But I would say one of my good things is the import companies starting to ramp up production again after the
Yo,
shit show that was 2018 for
Dude,
Star
yeah.
Wars. So that's good because whether people want to admit it or not, it was because of one particular movie and how hard they went on said movie, and then everything selling like shit. Because I mean, you can still get all those figures for $30 or less. So,
Right.
Dude, this is my boy
nice
Josh from standing in line to meet Sam Witwer. I just met this dude. This guy recognized me as Blitz Transmissions in the Darth Maul line for
Hell yeah.
GalaxyCon. It was kind of crazy. He's like, I think I've seen you somewhere. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm in the 501st and like I'm talking to him. He goes, no. And I said, I'm on YouTube. And he goes, oh, were you on with Out of the Basement once? And I was like, yeah, I was. And yeah, so then we ended up talking for like 30 minutes after that.
Dude was cool. And then I came over and he's like, oh, I know you too. It was cool. Like he was
very cool.
Nice. Like
it's good to be recognized.
Yeah, that's just the good things. I mean, I'm looking forward to next year.
Oh my god. All right, guys. So now does anyone have anything else regarding collecting or anything like that they want to talk about real quick? Because we're going to cover the 3 big Star Wars series releases this year, and then we'll wrap it up with our Blitzmas Carol.
Oh, shit. I still haven't watched Skeleton Crew episode 4.
That's fine. We're not going to cover that because we're going to talk about just the shows that come out this year in general.
They're all fucking shit. They're all trash. They're all woke. They're all fucking...
all woke. So the first one we have here, this one came out beginning of the year, was The Bad Batch Season 3.
That feels like it was so long.
I forgot it came out this year.
I know. Dude, 2024 felt like 7 years long.
Oh my gosh.
Bad Batch is goated.
Bad Batch is goated.
I think it's great.
It's insane how a show that I had so little expectations for became so high for me. Like it's up on my list.
It is. Same.
Top 10 Star Wars character? Is that Tommy zooming in on?
Dude, the crosshair.
Fucking hell.
The crosshairs.
Crosshair's just a cool guy.
Dude, Crosshair might have one of the top 3 best arcs in Star Wars.
He's up there.
I agree. Crosshair was definitely a highlight of this show, and honestly, I was in on this show as a cloner. Clones, I love clones. This show was just a banger from episode 1 of the first season to the final episode of the final season. It was as a Clone Wars kid, you always wonder what happens to all these characters that are original characters from that show, whether it be Cad Bane or people like even like the Senators. Just seeing what happens to those types of characters with the switch from the Republic to the Empire was a really cool concept, and I really enjoyed exploring that. And I really do like this current canon explanation of what happens to the clone troopers after Order 66. I think it fits the current canon a lot better than they just knew all along and they were just okay with it.
Yeah, it was always weird how the story with the clones is just. Yeah, we just didn't even think about it. We just killed Jedi. We were told to. Like,
yeah, it was. How much? So, what's everyone's rating on this show? Like, what would you give this out of 10? This show as a whole. Now that it's completed, we've had like pretty much a year to sit on it. Where does Bad Batch sit for you guys?
Ooh. The whole show or just this season?
The whole show, because this one wrapped up the whole show.
I think I'd give it between like a 7 and an 8.
Yeah,
I'm
the whole thing. I'd give it like a 6.5.
Carver, are you going on a 5 is average scale or 7 is average scale?
5 is average.
Bro, who does a 5 is average scale?
Who does 7? Why would he not be in the middle?
Bro, he's coming in with his fucking like turbo autism ratings right now.
Like if we're running on an out of 10 scale where 5 is average, I'm probably with you, Coffee, at about 6.5.
See, it's so hard for me to do because a 5 is like awful. 5 is not average to me.
Like I don't know. Like the second season of the show had like 3 good episodes.
Yeah, dude. Season 2 was a fucking drag. I'm not gonna lie.
It's rough, and So like season 1 was great, and season 3 has like no misses. And season 2, when season 2 decided it wanted to be good, it was really good, but it usually didn't want to be good. And
Yeah, like the Crosshair episodes
See,
from season 2.
I thought it was
were the
more
good.
good than bad, though.
I mean, like, it wasn't bad, but it was just how many episodes in a row do we need to go on a treasure hunting mission, on a recon mission, and then at the end of it, we don't accomplish what we were doing with the mission, but, well, we had a good time. Like, you know, we didn't get the treasure. We didn't get the Dooku's war chest. We didn't get the data. We didn't get the intel. We don't know what they did on Camino, but, like, we were there, I guess. Like, and so
not to interrupt.
I feel like that made I feel like that time with the characters.
Hey.
Oh,
The Schwag?
What the dog
doing?
What the dog doing?
What the dog
My
doing?
boy.
Cody named after Clone Commander Cody.
His collecting highlight is the Star Wars Bark Box that we got in the tier. And his collecting bummer is the fact that he destroyed all of it in one day.
The Zog. There he is. Had to show off. He snuck into the room just now, so I had to show off the Zog for the stream. Not to derail.
The Zog.
Right. Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Jen.
Merry Christmas.
Do you need me to carry him?
Yeah, I mean, there was just so many episodes of season 2 that just missed for me, and so like season 3 was like a good return to form. And like the big thing was how like Echo was just like, you know, like we got to do more, and then Echo just dipped when they weren't doing more. Like what Echo wanted and what Echo did is the more interesting show than what we got in season 2. And like, so I was glad to get there in season 3.
You want to know what really brought season 3 down a peg for me? It was watching Scorch die like a punk and watching Tech die again.
Dude, yeah, I'm sorry. They did. I don't know if you guys agree, but they did Scorch fucking dirty in this show.
They did.
I love Scorch. Like, I love Republic Commando and everything, and just seeing Scorch become another just mindless drone, I guess. And it just felt like he was there to be like, oh my god, it's Scorch on my screen. It's Scorch. I know him. Like, it didn't really feel like anything more than that to me.
Don't forget about Tech dying for a second time as a CX clone.
Yeah, right. Dude. Yeah, honestly, I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was, for me, it was a good show, and I really enjoy. Again, nostalgia.
Tommy, 5 is average or 7?
Oh my
5
god.
5 is average. 5
Nobody is doing your fucking 7 is average score shit right now.
Zoo boy, go be stupid somewhere else.
Go be an Ohio beta somewhere else.
No, what do you give it if you're going off of 7 as average?
If I'm going off 7 as average, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I think it was a pretty good show. I didn't really like season 2, but I think season 1 and season 3 are good for different reasons. Because season 1, a lot of it was a lot of fun to watch at the time. But if you look back, a lot of it is like, oh, there's Cad Bane. Oh, there's all these other characters that I know. But season 3, they didn't have that, and they actually talked, or they actually had all the characters just be who they are going forward. And all of them had their own story arcs, and I think they all did a good job. So season 3, probably for the show as a whole, I think is the strongest season, because season 1 is a lot of, enjoying cameos and enjoying Easter eggs. And I love Omega. I think she's a fantastic character.
Yeah.
And I really like Crosshair as well. So I feel like having them be a center in season 3 was a lot of fun.
Well, there was Grievous in the intro for the very first episode. We do see events of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
There was 1 second of General Grievous, so your comeback is dumb and stupid and dumb.
I will also say, for the people who don't like Bad Batch, but they do like Clone Wars, I don't really understand that, because 2 of the seasons in Bad Batch are better than
3 or 4 of the seasons in Clone Wars.
Agreed.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
Dang.
I
can
will
agree
say
with that.
season 3 was definitely the favorite season that we saw Omega in.
mhm.
Yeah.
It was like the best
I think.
time that we had seen Omega was in season 3.
Yeah. I think season 3 was just the culmination of it all, and they knew that was the final season. They wanted to give us everything that we've kind of liked from the both previous seasons and just make it the best it could be while having a definitive ending. But also, obviously, we could see Omega in the future, but it was like a nice ending to it. Star Wars has a hard time doing that sometimes, I'll be honest. They, like to leave things open-ended or carry on, and this felt like a good cohesive story at the end of the day.
Fair. We got Rebels Season 0.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bad Batch, more than Clone Wars 8.
Interesting.
I would agree, low key.
Yeah, honestly, I really love this era, the Dark Times. Probably my favorite era in all
Yeah.
of Star Wars, if I'm being honest. So
Yep.
I love seeing, like Tommy said initially, what happened after Order 66 with the clones. What happened not just to the clones, but to the galaxy, because we see Revenge of the Sith, and then we pick up 19 years later in A New Hope. So that's why I love Rebels. It's why I really enjoyed Bad Batch. Just what happened in that time span is something that I find a lot of enjoyment out of. I get a lot of enjoyment out of.
So, does anyone else have anything else they want to say on Bad Batch?
I mean,
No,
no,
sir.
not really. Not on the show specifically, but when are we getting a TK Trooper?
Bro, real
Bro,
stuff.
if we're talking about figgies we want, when are we getting a Jedi Ventress?
I
That's
want
what I-
that.
Yeah.
I want that.
I also
Dude,
want
no.
I also want a Hemlock and a Dr. Emery Carr.
Yes,
Give me
correct.
those are the big 3 I want.
Where's
that.
Sid,
Sure.
bro?
For Hot Toys, I think my most anticipated figure, like the figure I'd want them to make most next, is Ventress. Just like a regular Ventress. But yeah.
That'd be fire. So now we're gonna move on to a very universally loved show,
I bet.
The Acolyte.
Whoa.
Universally loved. Let me
Meh.
present my screen here.
Tommy, can you pull up Pletho's comment?
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys can see it? There we go. Beautiful. What's Pletho got to say?
He says, I don't really understand people who like Clone Wars or the PT and don't like Acolyte.
Really? That's a hot take.
Interesting.
Very hot take.
I can see
See,
the
Plethora,
Why?
I hear you, but you're not
Elaborate.
the Acolyte.
I definitely understand where he's coming from with that, but yeah.
But just because it has Jedi?
Well, you're also talking like pre-imperial, like it's the Republic, and it's like
One of my
Yeah, but just because it's in a time period doesn't make it a good story.
One of my favorite things about the Acolyte is it showed that there were cracks in the foundation of the Jedi Order
Very much.
Same.
before the prequels,
Yep.
and it made it more believable that the Jedi Order and the Council they had at the time of the Clone Wars could be vain enough to not believe that there could be a Sith ready to overthrow them, because that's something that people overlook. Is in Attack of the Clones, Dooku just straight
I
tells
agree.
Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
hey, the leader of the Republic is a Dark Lord called Darth Sidious, and he's going to overthrow the Jedi. And he's like, you
Nah.
So listen to this. Listen to this, guys. So something I've always heard of is that Yoda knows of the Rule of Two by Phantom Menace. Well, technically, the Rule of Two would have, began after the Sith were quote unquote destroyed, and they created the Rule of Two to stay hidden. Well, Yoda clearly knows about that, so they had to have known about something going on before the period of the Phantom Menace.
As I understood, the Rule of Two wasn't to stay hidden. as much as it was so that you just didn't have dozens and dozens of power-hungry people trying to kill each other to be the strongest of the strongest.
It was a power.
Well, right, right, but it was still like a hidden thing that they didn't want, everyone to know that the Sith were still around. So if Yoda knows of the rule of two, he knows that the Sith were never truly defeated, before they were defeated, essentially.
Right. Basically, Yoda's just an asshole.
Yeah, so he's hiding something.
You know what I've always kind of thought?
He's hiding something.
In my own head regarding like the rule of two, I always kind of thought that was like something the Sith did to always ensure that the balance of power put them stronger than your average Jedi. Because it's like, let the Jedi have the person they want because...
Do we lose him?
The Force is going to balance it.
There we go. We got
balance everything.
Right, but the Sith did that because with 10,000 Sith, they just kept destroying each other from within.
Yeah, right.
Not letting the Jedi destroy them, but they were just destroying themselves. So after they were ultimately quote unquote destroyed, they created the rule of two to kind of not have that happen again, which from what I know is the Jedi shouldn't have known even about the rule of two, but Yoda obviously knows about it.
So for David there real quick, a couple months back at Motor City Con, I met Manny Jacinto, who plays the Stranger or Chimere, and he told me that the cast was told before it even hit Disney Plus that they weren't expecting a season 2 just because of the initial online reaction because of channels like Star Wars Theory and Hello Greedo and everyone else just vehemently shitting on it before it was even able to be judged.
I don't think Hello Greedo covered it at all, did he?
I thought he did. If not,
you might be thinking of someone else.
I might be. So he's part of the sect I don't like.
Bro, Hello Greedo is goated. What are you talking about? You've got to be thinking of somebody else.
I guess. I don't know. I fell out with that one a while back.
News.
My whole thing about the Acolyte, the thing I really liked about it is how it showed that the Jedi suck. Because they do, and they have for a long time. And the Jedi are, in my eyes, I'm not saying this is the right way to view it, but just for me personally, the Jedi have always been more culty than religion. And I've always seen them as what not to do, like what a religion can become if it wasn't like a normal good religion. And the Jedi Order, similar to the Sith, right? The Sith, because that's what some people think, where I say, oh, you love the Sith. No, the Sith are worse than the Jedi. It's just, the Jedi are not, they should not be idealized. And how I use this as proof, or to back up my point, is when we see Luke Skywalker turning against the Jedi Order. Until we get to the sequels, he's like, I'll do this a different way. You have the old relics of the Jedi Order in the OT, Obi-Wan and Yoda saying, you got to kill your father. He's irredeemable. They're wrong. And Luke is able to see that and say, I'll do it a different way. Ahsoka cast out of the Jedi Order. She's like, you know what? There's another way. There's a better way. Kanan Jarrus, a Jedi who I love, showed that, you know what? There's a better way to do this. I can be a Jedi without following exactly what my master and other masters have said. Yeah. And similarly, if you look into the EU, Revan was also told the Mandalorians are glassing planets. Nope, you can't get involved. And Revan said, okay, then I'll do this. And then when you get to past the movies, Luke Skywalker started the new Jedi Order. And that's why I'm very interested to see what Rey will do in current canon. But obviously, this is going way off topic into not just the Acolyte. I just like how in the Acolyte, the Jedi are shown that they have flaws. And not everything that they do is necessarily the right thing. Just because they're on the side of good doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And
I think that just showed that all humans are flawed, essentially.
Yes. And for the specific characters, like I thought Lee Jung Jae was as Soul was fantastic. I thought that I can't think of her name now. Daphne Keene.
Yeah.
I thought Daphne Keene was great.
How could you forget Daphne Keene, bro?
I thought she was great. And I do wish that I liked Osha and May more than I did. That was probably my biggest problem with the show.
My biggest issue.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tommy, me and you, I feel like we're pretty similar with our thoughts on this. I wish that I liked them more than I did. I didn't hate them like a lot of people did. I just didn't think that they weren't. No, in a show normally it's very hard for me to not like the protagonist. I always get like sucked in, and I didn't because they were the protagonist, right? But I did like Chimera a lot. I thought he was a really cool villain.
Yeah.
So overall I liked the show. I would say probably definitely more than most. And I would have loved to see a season 2. So it's a real shame.
What for me with the show, I think honestly, you guys hit on so many points here, and Zoo really hit on my biggest disappointment with the show because there's so much intrigue and lore in the show that, to me, if you didn't have the name of the Acolyte on it, would be awesome. Like the amazing choreography of the fight scenes, best we've seen since the prequel trilogy. I can say confidently. Yeah. There was all the intrigue with seeing the cracks in the foundation of how the Jedi become so corrupt in the prequel trilogy, because you have Jedi who are caring more about politics and more about what the Senate wants than about the Jedi Order and what's right, and too busy following the rules and regulations that they've created for themselves, as opposed to actually trying to help people. And I love how that was portrayed in the show. Where the show falls flat for me is with, like Zeus said, May and Osha. I never was able to get attached to those characters. I never understood their bond, their connection. I love the idea, the concept that they are the same person represented as yin and yang, but they just didn't execute it well enough for me to feel happy about it and to feel satisfied with it. I also loved the concept of playing off the Darth Plagueis novel, that Darth Plagueis had like contacts and informants and people throughout the galaxy that he was working with. Acolytes, for example, with which Chimera is totally an acolyte to Darth Plagueis. I would love to see so much of that storyline played out in a season 2. And that, honestly, what leaves a bad taste in my mouth most about the Acolyte is that they are not just ending the story. Whether or not this first season performed well, I wish that Lucasfilm would have just stuck with their guns and just decided, you know what, it didn't perform well. Rather than do like a season, 2, 3, 4, however long, let's just wrap it up in an abbreviated second season. That way we can just be done and be done for good and not be ashamed of ourselves and tuck tail and run. Like, think about how many franchises from the 2000s.
I was just going to say that,
Thomas. Garbage. And they just finished the stories though, because there wasn't, all this extra social media going on that we have now.
There are so many.
It's not even other
shows.
franchises. Just look at Star Wars. How many
Clone Wars
shows? Clone Wars, Rebels. Like season 1 to those shows was so fucking weak.
Comparatively to the George had the balls to know that season 3 was where the Clone Wars was going to get good, so you just got to keep doing it. I mean, Disney. Why are they turning on the Acolyte? Like you're telling me that you're going to give me a show like Andor and give that a season 2, but the Acolyte can't get continued. Like,
I also don't understand. Tommy, I'm interested to see what you think, because since we're on the same wavelength with Osha and May, I don't think a lot of it really has to do with Amandla Stenberg. I thought with what she was given for both roles, I thought she did a good job.
Right.
I think my problem really is with the writing of her characters.
Yes.
Really, I think I see she gets hate all the time online, and I'm like, why? She's the actor. I thought
no character can make it work where they're supposed to. May is supposed to be the evil twin, and she's trying to stop Basil and Pip, and then Pip basically spits in her face, and it's this slapstick comedy. I'm like, no character in Star Wars could make that scene. I don't even think Skeleton Crew could make the jarring tone of that scene work. That's
why did Basil crash the ship?
Yeah, fuck Basil, bro.
Can we find out why did Basil
knows.
crash the ship?
Dude,
Piece of shit,
great.
bro.
I think the biggest thing with the Accolade for me is, like Tommy, you were saying, the not getting the continuation of like Plagueis. That part just sucks to me. Is like, I think to myself, like, could you imagine being a casual viewer hearing that one-liner from Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
We lost you.
Getting the one line for Revenge of the Sith.
That Wisconsin Wi-Fi, man. Gets them every time.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's only when he's trying to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
It literally is.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're good now. We heard you.
Oh
the
my
last thing we heard
gosh.
you say was the one line in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, so the one-liner in Revenge of the Sith, could you imagine being a casual viewer watching that, hearing the name Darth Plagueis, and then watching the Acolyte, not even knowing that that's what Darth Plagueis looks like, and just being like, oh, who the heck is that, you know? And like, and then you just never learn that, like, you just, who's Darth Plagueis? You just never know. Like, I don't like.
Yeah.
Damn.
He would have
I
been
think
so
people
cool.
hated
I bet.
The casual viewers that are hung up on Anakin being the only person being created through the Force really bothers me, because it's like, well, what, like, people who are into Star Wars kind of, like, I feel like they could have shown us a better story and like why Palpatine was so obsessed with Anakin, because, well, with Plagueis learning how to create life through the Force, you know, Mayanosha was like maybe like the first trial or something, and like
right,
they
and that's
figured
a
out
cool concept. That's
they
such a
figured
cool
it out.
concept.
Yeah, but people are so hung up that like Anakin's the only one. He's the chosen one. So like, I don't understand why that was such a deterrent for people. Like that story, if Lucasfilm would have said, screw it, what people are saying, we're going to make a season 2 no matter what people say, and we're going to develop that story, I bet you people would have turned around and went like, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good.
But also giving it a chance to you know, take what worked well in the first season and try to run with that a little bit more. And like we've been talking about with the toy companies, that they have been listening to the fans a little bit more. You know, season 2, maybe give it one more shot, give it a second season, try to wrap this thing up, and listen to what the fans liked about the first season and just try to expand on that, fix whatever missteps you had with the first season, but just give it another chance at least to grow a bit more than one season.
And I won't lie, it wasn't just Plagueis that had me interested. I was genuinely interested in Chimere and Venestra's past. Like, if we were going to get some of that story, like, I was genuinely interested in what, you know, like, I wanted to know what happened.
And here's the tell right here. You're talking to a bunch of people who, I think, except for Hybrid enjoys the show. And, you know, Zooboy and I enjoy things about the show. But you're talking to, like, I know Hendrix does not like The Acolyte. As a Star Wars fan, still wants to see the story concluded.
Yeah,
just
I think they should have done season 2.
Just be done.
Yeah,
just be done.
Yeah, it was bullshit. They planted so many seeds in season 1. Like, it is not a finished story.
There were cool. There were cool concepts, and they deserve to be fleshed out a bit more. And
plus, the people who enjoyed the show deserve closure at the very least.
I'm not sure if it was Hunter or Hybrid said it. One of you said it recently on a stream, but you were talking about how people seem to get very upset about stupid things like the Kiadi Mundi CD ROM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kiadi Mundi CD ROM which is part of Legends, which was decanonized in 2014 and therefore doesn't matter in the first place. And we haven't used it as a basis for an argument since 2014. Now is the integral part.
That's the end all be all.
Mundi appearing is a bad thing.
And again, though, that was so contradictory, that specific argument, because there were other things in that CD-ROM that are not true, like the incorrect lightsaber colors of different Jedi.
What's funny is it said Kiadi had a purple one, and somebody was like, well, look at the 1999 Phantom Menace toy. He had a purple lightsaber then. And I was like, yeah, Mace Windu had a blue one, you fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Mace Windu and Kiadi actually did swapsies in a comic
Yeah.
book. That was a pregame for Attack of the Clones. And even though it's part of Legends, we're also going to use it as their argument.
It's also weird because I've seen some people say that it should have been Plo Koon instead. And that I really don't understand, because not in Legends canon, in actual Disney canon, we know about Plo Koon's age as an apprentice, like before Phantom Menace. So that would be actually retconning something as opposed to the EU, which, you know, isn't canon right now.
Right.
The thing is that Kiadi fits so much better because Kiadi is there for all the corrupt Jedi stuff.
Right. And he's a
piece of shit. Yeah.
That
He's
does not
an
fit
asshole.
Plo Koon's character at all to be
Exactly,
involved with
100%.
corruption. It does not.
Plo Koon is a great, you know, he's still not, I wouldn't put him on the same level as like Qui-Gon Jinn, but he's definitely better than Kiadi Mundi and Yoda and Mace Windu. In my opinion.
I just want to say, so one thing I brought up in the Gooners Guild chat, you know, like we're all disappointed on the not continuing the Plagueis story, but like I feel like from here right now, like season 2 will never happen, but I feel like they can show us a little bit with Plagueis through like a Tales of the Sith like series, because they've done Tales of the Jedi, and like we don't have a Tales of the Sith yet. They did Tales of the Empire. They could do Tales of the Sith and maybe do, you know, Plagueis and show like him with young Palpatine as like an apprentice, you know, and give us some of that story, so that way that's, you know, flushed out a little bit more, so people kind of understand, you know, who Plagueis actually is, instead of just one line in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Tales of the Sith, do a little bit Darth Bane and a little Darth Plagueis. There we go.
If no one else has anything to add on this show, this would be a good segue to talk about a Tales of series that did come out this year.
Dude, I forgot this show came out this year too. Like, holy shit.
That nothing burger of a show.
Let Hybrid hit the nail on the head here. I have the same exact opinion. I'm going to pull up the image here of the poster. I have nothing to say about this show because I thought it was incredibly mid.
Oh, I have something to say. Thrawn was cool.
He was cool.
So there was like
a he's cool every time he's on.
Bro, Grievous on Dathomir.
Yeah.
Genuinely did not care.
Those were two cool things, but this show is the definition of fucking unnecessary.
The wild thing is like I was excited because like I was interested in the Morgan Elsbeth story, and then just her being a Night Sister survivor, like whatever, like cool, I guess. And I was so excited for the whole like what happens to Barriss storyline, and again, just nothing happened there. Like at the end of it, it wasn't like Tales or Tales of the Jedi where it, you know, fills you in on like, I mean, like the Dooku storyline ended up being the insane one there. Like I wasn't anticipating that going into Jedi. And Tales of the Empire, I'm just like, neither of these were great.
I basically agree here with Tangy and Commander Cook. It's cool. I like the lore, but that's it. And I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, I watched it twice. I watched it. You know that it's bad when I'm not even interested enough to watch it on day of drop. I caught it like 3 or 4 days later.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, I had nothing going on. So I was like, I'm going to watch an hour of Tales of the Empire, I guess. And like, I don't need to watch it again. I know what happens. What happens is nothing.
I don't like how they showed all of Vader in the trailer. There was no other Vader scenes except what was in the trailer.
Real.
I do want to say, as far as like the Barriss storyline, I really enjoyed seeing her in a way like redeem herself.
Yeah,
And,
I agree with that.
And the
Yeah.
fact that Barriss and Ahsoka being friends in the Clone Wars, reconnecting after the Jedi Order has fallen, and they both left the Jedi Order in different directions, but they reconnect at the end. And I think that that's pretty cool.
Off screen, of course.
It is
I
off
think
screen,
so.
but it's still cool to me.
Yeah, and to elaborate on that, I think Tales of the Jedi, they should have done it in a maybe a little bit a different animation style, because you're expecting that Clone Wars animation to maybe flesh that story out a bit more when they're just trying to do the highlights of that story. Now, I did not really specifically enjoy Tales of the Empire. Like, I think it was a little bit mid. But I also can understand that maybe they were trying to do something different and just show the highlights of a certain story than really flesh it out.
Well, also, you got to think the time period of the Empire, how much of that story has been told already in any sort of media through video games, comics, like how many TV shows and movies. Like, there ain't a lot of story to be told anymore. So, like, they did pick some oddball one, which it's still kind of cool because that's kind of what the Tales series is for.
Right.
Yep.
But if no one's got anything else to say on that one, I'm fine with moving on, because for me, this one is mid. All right, we're gonna get the last one. We're gonna get the last one pulled up here. The last one is, of course, the Skibbity Crew. How's everyone feeling about Skibbity Crew so far?
So
no
I still
spoilers on episode 4.
haven't seen 4, but 1 through 3 have been very fun. And I imagine
it's good.
I've heard good things about 4, so I imagine it's the same thing.
I'm interested. I don't want to
heavy lore in it.
I don't want to taint your opinion 100%, Coffee, but I will say the first half of episode 4 I thought was the worst Skeleton Crew has been so far. And then the second half, I really enjoyed a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. This 4th episode really felt like a side quest. Like, it was okay.
So it's Bad Batch season 2?
Yeah, basically.
No, I honestly think some stuff was cut for time or budget or whatnot, but it felt a little bit choppy. But I think, overall, it was just one of those, typical Star Wars kind of quote unquote filler episodes. But it was still enjoyable and taking us to the next point in the story.
I'm loving how much of a palate cleanser this show is for the fandom after the
outplay. Whenever I'm playing any sort of a video game and they start sticking you with a whole bunch of side missions, and it's always my least favorite part, because I'm kind of just trying to get through the story. And so I love they're landed and the raiders come up to Jod and they're like, "What flag do you fly?" And he's like, "Just shoot me." I'm like, "This is my
guy." That was funny, dude.
Yeah, dude, so good.
Is the goat.
Also, spoilers. Coffee said he didn't watch episode 4.
Oh no! The thing that the Star Wars Facebook page went and posted a screenshot of for everyone to see. Spoiler.
I will say
that it made me hurt, Mr. Coffee.
Overall, though, not talking about episode 4, I will say the show is better than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody went into the show with their expectations in the dirt, like maybe even below that.
The shit talking that I was hearing before it came out, and then just the relaxing on it as soon as it hit.
I'm glad the show doesn't look fucking cheap. That was one of my a lot of Disney Star Wars, like the shows, just look fucking cheap.
Yeah. Facts.
So I'm glad this actually
something I have not seen any hate for the show, which is really nice. A nice change of pace.
Hendrix got to talk to my dad. My dad strongly dislikes the show.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's interesting. My dad he's sticking out. He's gonna watch it all, but
So-
he just doesn't like it.
I will say
His thing is he doesn't think the kids act like kids, which honestly I kind of disagree with. I think the kids.
See, yeah, I
do act
think
like
they
kids.
do.
Yeah.
I will say it's kind of in relation to Tales of the Empire. It is like in the grand scheme of things, it's a nothing burger, but at the same
Right.
time, not everything has to.
Yeah, I was about to say it's okay to just
Not in the sense that it's like not connected to Star Wars.
Right.
I like when stuff isn't connected to the saga, like the main saga, but it's still like it's hard to describe. Like
No,
I don't mean it's a
definitely
nothing burger
agree.
in sense of not being connected, but it does feel like a nothing burger still. But that's
Right.
also fine. It's fine for them to do isolated stories that are just fun. But I compare it to something like Mando season 1, if that makes
Right.
sense, because that wasn't connected to the Star Wars saga really.
Right.
I will
Outside
But
say,
of,
it felt a bit more,
Yeah.
important.
Substantial, yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Yep.
But still,
I feel-
it's a fun show. It is a fun show. I've been having a
Mhm.
good time watching it, and that's
Yep.
really all that matters at the end of the day.
And again, I don't want to spoil for Coffee, so I'll be vague. But Neil had some great moments in the newest
Dude.
episode.
Yeah.
I've heard he's a little
Rizzler.
Rizzler. I've heard he's a
The
little
only
Rizzler.
Rizzler,
Yeah.
Yes,
He is.
Yeah.
He is the Star Wars Rizzler.
100%.
Or is he like stroke his trunk or something? Like what is
Bro's got the moves, bro.
For sure.
Bro is the official Star Wars Sigma Giga Chad.
Okay. I will say I am gonna go ahead and dip out a little early, but I'll give, like I was saying, final thoughts. It's a fun show. I've been having fun. I'm excited to watch it, which is good. Like I said, I think everybody's been having a good time because I feel like 90% of people went into the show with below zero expectations.
Coffee, do you
So
have time?
for it to
'Cause
be-
if that's the case, we'll just wrap up and sing our Christmas carol if you want to join.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
No, you can't. Fuck you.
I just wanted to go off like what Coffee said. This show isn't a hype train like Ahsoka was for me, the Ahsoka show, but it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride, and like he said, it does feel kind of a little bit like a nothing burger because it's like not related to anything else. But I think it will show as significant in the final episodes. I think something will be revealed that it's very significant to some part of the Star Wars story. I think it's just going to be like a story that reveals something that's like a big wow, at the end.
Yeah.
John's
Right.
gonna say, I'm not a Jedi, everyone, but I know the way, and then he'll put a Mandalorian helmet on.
Yeah.
This is the way. So with that, we're gonna wrap. That's pretty much Star Wars. Our highlights, our bummers, kind of our thoughts on what's come out this year. I think all around has been not the most amazing year ever to exist for Star Wars, but it was a really good year for Star Wars, I will say.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
problem
love
is,
Brutus. That too. Brutus is awesome.
Daddy Brutus.
He looks
every
great.
every year, Tommy, since 1977 has been downhill for Star Wars.
True that.
I mean,
So, here we go.
mean,
Last little activity for the stream. I put this song together called
Hey.
12 Days of Blitzmas. Okay. So some of you have been pre-assigned a song, a day.
Bro didn't
So-
pre-assign me, even though I said it. And
Okay.
Cook is definitely gonna say it. I can't wait for Cook's time.
Who wants to take 2 crappy sabers?
I'll take it.
Okay. Coffee. Who wants 7 celebrity autographs?
That's got to be one of you guys that actually gets autographs.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Comic-Con, Hunter should do autographs. He got
All right, Hunter's got autographs.
I already got 2, bro. I'm getting 3.
Who cares?
Hey.
I'll take Blue
Bro's
Man.
got 3.
Hendrix, do you want 11 new pre-orders?
that's fair.
No, sure.
Okay, now here's how we're gonna do this. On the blank day of Blitzmas, my cloner gave to me. Sing it as best you can. If it doesn't make sense, that's fine. All right.
Where's
Do your best.
Yeah.
okay,
My
guys?
cloner gave to me.
A lot of
the lyrics
lot
are on
of
everybody's phones.
A lot of this won't be with tempo, but we're all right.
Tommy,
All right.
there was a part. Where did you send that part? That special part?
Oh, it's in the image with the lyrics.
Spoilers!
Fucking hell.
Oops. All right, ready, guys?
Yep.
Here we go. All right, Hunter, you're going to lead us off. Ready?
Yep.
Everybody sings the first line, and then if your name is next to one of the days, that's what you sing, okay?
There we go.
All righty, 1, 2, 3, and on the
On the
first
first
day of
Blitz,
Blitz,
my cloner gave to me.
A broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the second day of Blitz,
Miss
my
my
cloner
cloner
gave
gave
to
to
me.
me 2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the third
Third
day of Blitz, my
Miss my
cloner
cloner
gave to
gave
me.
to me
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the fourth day of Blitz, my cloner gave to me.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the fifth day of Blitz, my cloner gave to me.
5 orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the sixth day of Blitz, my
my
cloner
cloner
gave to me.
6-hour MNF streams.
5 orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the seventh day of Blitz, my cloner gave to me.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
5 orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the eighth day of Blitz, my cloner gave to me.
On trips.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
4 rooted
5
hair Anakins.
orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the ninth day of Blitz,
Miss
my
my
cloner
cloner
gave
gave
to
to
me.
me.
9 blue Mandos.
8 Comic-Con trips.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
5 orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the 10th
10th
day of
day of
Blitz,
Blitz,
Miss
Miss
my
my
cloner
cloner
gave
gave
to
to
me.
10 unpaid customs.
9 blue Mandos.
8 Comic-Con trips.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
5 orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the 11th
11th
day of
day of
Blitz,
Blitz,
Miss my cloner gave to me.
11 new pre-orders.
10 unpaid customs.
9 blue Mandos.
8 Comic-Con trips.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
5
4 rooted hair.
orange clones.
4 rooted hair Anakins.
3 broken minibus.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken tiger shark arc 170.
On the 13th day of Blitz,
Blitz,
Miss my cloner gave to me.
What is this? A dead channel?
Oh, right. No, this is a successful channel. That's right. Not a dead channel. On the 12th day of Blitz, Miss my cloner gave to me. 12 channel rebrands.
11 new pre-orders.
10 unpaid customs.
9 blue Mandos.
8 Comic-Con trips.
7 celebrity autographs.
6-hour MNF streams.
5 orange clones.
4 figures I got scammed on.
3 broken mini buttons.
2 crappy sabers.
And a broken Tiger Shark 170.
All right, gentlemen, that was beautiful.
I agree with Bobcat. When is that hitting Spotify?
I will clip this so that we can. I'll put it on social media.
Spotify rap.
Put that on SoundCloud, please.
So that was the 12 days of Blitzmas. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, taking the time out of your days of the busy Christmas season to either watch or be a part of this stream. You guys are the best. Thanks for being my group of nerd friends that I'm allowed to geek out with about stupid stuff. Hunter, you should have thrown it when you were done.
Yeah,
Dude, I was like shaking the thing in front of the camera, dude. I was like,
Yeah,
But,
really.
yeah,
Now the best part of the song is the orange clones.
It was,
Run.
yeah.
Run a marathon with it.
You ever just like do something with your friends and you sit back after and you think, wow, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Honestly,
right.
So, all right, that's going to be it for the stream, guys. Merry Christmas to everyone. Make sure you travel safe when you're out and about with your friends and family, if that's what you do. If you stay in for Christmas, enjoy it. Watch movies. Be merry. And Merry Blitzmas to all. And to all, a good night. Everybody, thanks again. We'll see you soon. And goodbye.
Stay.